Welcome back to the Battle Creek Bombers pregame show here on Ustream Stretch Internet and Access Vision. I'm Max Gunn, and I'm joined now by Bombers pitching coach Matt Reed. Matt, thanks so much for joining me. How are you today? How's the summer in Battle Creek so far?
I'm doing pretty good today. Yesterday I was a little bit tired from that long bus ride we had, but hey, sometimes it's the summer, you gotta get through it. But I was glad we got a win yesterday because that makes the day a lot better, and been pretty pleased with what's been going on so far this summer.
Talk about being pleased. I'm sure you were pleased with Edgar Sanchez last night at Kalamazoo. He earned the win going 7 innings. He didn't walk anybody, and he had a season-high 5 strikeouts. He gave up just 3 hits. He faced the minimum through 6 innings. What'd you see in his stat?
I mean, Edgar Sanchez did exactly what he's been doing for the better part of this summer. He just comes in and throwing strikes, and I can't really ask him to do much more than that because if I tried to have him sit there and go try to punch out a lot of guys, I'd be asking him to do something that he's probably not capable of doing. But he does a good job of just coming in, throwing strikes, making them have to beat him, and that's really what's led to the better part of his success this entire summer.
So that just goes to show that you don't have to throw in the mid-90s in this league to be successful.
No, you don't have to throw hard in any league. To be honest with you, if you throw the ball over the plate, if you have a good idea about what you're doing, you're hitting your spots, you're mixing in some good off-speed pitches, you can really go through any lineup and have success. But it all comes down to just throwing strikes and making those guys have to beat you.
How much easier does it make your job as a pitching coach when you have a guy like Edgar who throws strikes always and rarely walks anybody?
It's very nice because you get to that point where you know what you're going to get when Edgar Sanchez takes the mound, and that's a guy that's going to come in and fill up the zone. And you always know that he's going to go in there, he's going to fill up the zone, he's going to get balls in play, and more than likely he's going to eat a good amount of innings. And over the course of the summer, especially with as many games as we do play, having a guy like Edgar who can eat up a good amount of innings really helps you out, not only with your starters. If a starter has a bad start, he can come in and eat some up during that time. The next time, if you have to have him start, he can eat up those innings, and he really does a good job of saving the bullpen.
So Edgar has started and he's come out of the bullpen for the Bombers this summer. How tough is that transition, being a former pitcher, having to do a little bit of both, but Edgar has done it flawlessly so far this summer?
It can be tricky depending on the guy, but with Edgar's makeup and his stuff really plays to being able to be in that long relief to a spot starter kind of a role. And just the fact that he's able to come in and throw strikes really makes it easy for him to kind of transition in between those roles. Now, there's certain guys on this team that with the way their stuff is and their mentality, it'd be a tough transition for them. But Edgar is lucky enough that he has the ability to come in and throw strikes, doesn't try to overpower guys, and it really helps to make that role huge. And the best part about that is it really gets him the opportunity to pitch a great deal.
Let's talk about the rest of this pitching staff now for the Battle Creek Bombers. You've got Alex Hermling at the top, just a 1.22 earned run average and over 51 innings pitched. Then you go right down the line. Sanchez with just a 3.21 ERA and 42 innings pitched. Min Shia, 3 ERA and 51 innings pitched as well. And then Andrew Mitchell, 3.20 ERA. He has made 8 starts. You go up and down this rotation, and everybody has been excellent. So as a pitching coach, how proud are you?
I'm very proud of those guys, and I mean, the biggest thing I can say about them is that I haven't really had to do much work with them because they really have a lot of talent. And the one thing that I like about them is that each one of those guys that you named, they're extremely hard workers, and in a sense, all the success that they're having is a testament to the amount of work that they put in between starts, in between outings, to really get themselves at the peak of their game. And I mean, you go down the line, you got Alex Hermling, who's been dynamite since he got here. He had the first 2 starts where he didn't even walk a batter, and that just really showed you that when a guy's rolling like that, you really don't try to mess anything up with him. You just try to keep him in that same mindset, and if he has a couple bad outings, which he hasn't even had this summer, you really just try to make sure that you keep his mind at ease because he's done such a good job. And then you have Edgar, who we've already talked about, and the amount of work that he's done this summer has been tremendous. You have Min Shia, who's transitioning from the tournament style in Taiwan to where he's pitching here in Battle Creek and having to throw on a more regular basis. That was something I was a little bit concerned of at the beginning, but he's handled it very well, and by him going out and throwing strikes and initiating the amount of contact that he does every time out, it's really helped him to kind of eat up a lot of innings, probably more so than he might have been ready for, but he's also done a great job. And then you have Andrew Mitchell, who he got bit by the pitch count bug a couple times, but when Andrew Mitchell's on his game and throwing the ball the way he can, there's not going to be many guys you're going to find in this league that are going to be a lot better than him.
And throughout that list, I didn't even mention Jordan Knudsen, who earned the win a couple of days ago for Battle Creek. He struck out 11 in 7 2/3 innings.
Yes, he did. He did a great job. And the funny part is that actually when he was warming up in the bullpen, he didn't really look too good, and he was kind of fighting himself a little bit, just kind of mad at himself. But I kind of eased him into it and said, hey man, some of my best outings as a player, and I'm sure you can ask some of these guys, some of their best outings have been after bad pregame bullpens. So you try to just keep his mind at ease and let him go out there and just see what he's got. And once he got through the first 3 innings and the amount of pitches that he threw and the way his stuff looked, I was like, okay, this could be a pretty good day today.